You are now listening to the Full Sport Press podcast, featuring hosts J-Hove, Jeff, and Weezy. Please enjoy the show.
Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back, and some of you for the first time, to the Full Sport Press podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. And this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I'm J-Hove.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
Weezy in the building. Say what's up, Weezy.
What it do? What it do?
You got your chain on.
You know.
Thought about taking that like a key to lead. You feel me?
It was just a thought, though.
Yeah, not for sure. It's just a thought. It's a thought for sure. Shout out to the new listeners, man.
Shout out to we got new listeners.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody that listens to the show. Episode 260.
All right.
Yeah,
260.
Yeah, 260.
Yeah.
For sure. Shout out to Cameraman. How are you, brother?
Shout out to cameraman.
What's up, man? Weezy, what we got up on the show today?
Today we're breaking down the 2019 NFL Combine FSP style year.
Always FSP style.
The year.
Better damn know it.
Better
damn believe it. For sure. I got that, bro.
You taking lines
Yeah,
again this
there you
week.
go. Yeah.
I need to chill out now.
It's your chain. It's because you got that chain.
I like your chain though.
Chill out my chain. I should have worn two.
Oh! Everybody in there.
Yeah.
Oh, you rich.
Yo, you rich. You big fish. You graduated, but you big fish.
How's everybody's week, man?
Man, no complaints.
What about you, Weezy?
I'm good, man.
Had a solid week.
Yeah.
Sure.
Solid week.
Yeah,
Solid
yeah.
week. Busy work week, man.
Sure, most
Big work
definitely.
convention in town this week.
Yeah.
Big busy work week.
Most definitely.
The Bulls riders conventions in town. Professional bull rider.
That's what's up.
Okay.
Go there and holler at them.
I'm straight. Hard pass for me.
Me too.
Hard. Very hard.
I got plenty of tickets. You want to go?
Yeah, I'm straight.
I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, no, definitely not going no bull ride.
That's it. The guys, you know the guys that get chased around by the bulls.
Yeah.
Clown guys.
100K. Yeah.
100K, yeah.
Put your life on the line.
Yeah.
Put your life on
Yeah.
You ain't thought about it?
People die every day, man. I'm straight. I don't want to die like
I
that.
can't explain it to my
Nah.
grandma, dog. Like,
That
it's okay.
What's your best of the week, Weez? What's your best of the week?
My best of the week, man. What's my best of the week this week? I just had it. Come back to me.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I
What's your best
got
of
two
the
if you don't mind.
week? Okay.
All right, one, I got to talk to a podcasting wannabe podcasters class
Okay.
this week. They asked us about our show
Okay.
and how we do things. Whatever, got explained about Jay, your role, and Weezy role, and stuff like that. So it was
Okay.
kind of cool.
Yeah,
Talking
that's
to
what's
people,
up.
man. It was all right. Like,
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah. No,
Go ahead,
he had
Jeff.
two. He had two.
That too, last night got to see 4 overtimes in the game. That's pretty
Sure.
dope in basketball.
I'm mad about that because they should have did that last week when we were.
You know what I'm saying? It was we could have
Pay for some extra basketball,
You know,
not for
That'd been
a
great.
thriller.
Pretty much a whole game.
Yeah, it's a
almost,
whole
man.
most, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's the longest game in history, wasn't it?
No,
No,
That's
it's been done before.
it's been done before.
Yeah, Atlanta's done it twice.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Trey Young.
Back to you, Weez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep firing.
Stay low key.
Keep
fire.
firing.
Shout out to my man
Nah.
Josh. He's excited about it. He loves that stay low key. Fire. Shout out to Josh.
Nah, I'm right back with the NBA, man. Best of the week was James Harden, man.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
the streak was over. I was
Yeah,
down about that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sean Watts. Streak was over. Down about that.
Yeah.
But then he wasn't selfish. He didn't want it. He wasn't selfish. Took the game off.
Mm-hmm.
He came back with 58.
Here we go.
58.
That's enough.
They just showing y'all, I can do what I want.
He's hitting the 60 ball for every year.
Yeah, he got 4 50-point games this year.
That's crazy.
No, 6.
He
got
Kobe
6
did 10 one year.
Put it out of perspective.
No, I'm just saying.
But-
Put it out of perspective,
Yeah,
right?
but when Kobe do it, it's big time news. James Harden do it, it's just like, oh, he just taking out the shot.
Nobody said that.
That's what you think, though. I'm
I'm
saying
just
what you
saying.
think.
You acting like it's never been done before.
I'm
And
not
Kobe
saying
did
that.
it 10 times.
I'm just enjoying the moment. Y'all downplaying like it's not.
Enjoy the moment, man.
Like it's not the
Congratulations.
NBA. He's in the NBA. You're doing it against other NBA players.
I agree. No arguments here, brother.
Better go hard way.
What was your best?
Thanks. My best of the week is the delusional
Okay.
Lakers fan. Very delusional. Now, LeBron James, he missed 20 games this season, right?
Give or take, yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah.
Lakers won, 35 games last year?
Yeah.
They won 30 so far.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives them 20 games left to win 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
They'll do.
Yeah.
They'll end up with 40-plus wins.
Mm.
I think that they will end up maybe making the playoffs.
I hope you're right.
Whew. When he left, they were a 5 seed.
Yeah.
They were a 5 seed when he left. He's averaging 27, 9 and 8, and he's the scapegoat? Come on, man. And now get it. I am not a LeBron James apologist at all. Not my guy at all, but fans got to watch a little bit more basketball.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit more.
You know what it is, fans short for fanatic.
For sure.
They're emotional.
I get it.
They thought, a lot of people thought, we're getting the best player in the world.
Yeah.
Why not? This should be a given.
Here's the thing. Lakers fans act as if they've been in the playoffs. They haven't been in the playoffs since 2013. That's
the longest drought in history.
And I get that. What I'm saying is, you acting like y'all just were in last year and LeBron James came and ruined that for y'all. No. He made your chances exponentially easier to make the playoffs.
Is that spotlight just a little bit bigger because you in LA?
LA is different. It's a different market.
LA and New York are different markets.
Different markets.
And real quick on that, I think the LeBron thing is, I said it from the beginning of the year, it's going to hurt that team.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? And him being hurt for the first time, then Lonzo being hurt, then maybe not making the playoffs, and the whole Anthony Davis stuff.
Yeah.
They got to rein it in this offseason.
It's going to be different.
You got to do something different.
If you got your do-rag on last night, then
I got a cut, baby. Nothing a little bit on the top. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I got my Coach Lock on.
Coach Lock. What's your worst of the week, Weezy?
Horse Yeah, I do. Horse is my allergies, man.
Wait, what? Huh?
Yeah, I know, man.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. I had to go to the pharmacist, man.
Oh no! What?
Not you!
Not
Weezy.
y'all tripping about these like allergies. Is what he said.
Huh?
Yeah, that's how it happened.
Okay.
Yeah, it happened.
Okay.
It's cool. I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Okay. I hope so. Which words we do?
Man, mine is Derek Lee McGowan,
Who that?
a.k.a. Fat. He recently spent $500, right?
Okay.
He bought out all the inventory for his local Girl Scout troop.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I heard about this.
Yeah. Guess what happened a couple of days later?
What happened?
The picture went viral.
Yeah.
Got indicted for fair charges, drug charges.
He's trying to ball.
He was trying to ball.
The little girls was out in the rain. He didn't want to be out in the rain.
They took a picture with him a couple of days later. Come on, indicted.
Girl Scouts need to bail him out.
For real.
They need to look out.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
That's tough.
Yeah.
My worst of the week, the NFL owners.
Ooh.
Now, since December 2018, listen to this, cameraman. The Atlanta Falcons owner, Arthur Blank, purchased a $180 million yacht. Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones purchased a $250 million yacht. And Washington football team owner Dan Snyder purchased a $100 million yacht. And we all know what Robert Kraft is buying.
We know what Kraft out here doing.
But nevertheless, the NFL players can't get guaranteed money.
Nope.
And we got big boy yachts.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
Big boy yachts.
Big boy yachts.
$250 million yacht.
Oh, man.
He's out here kicking.
Yeah, man. It's a dick swinging contest, and you can't play. I mean, you can't pay players guaranteed money.
You done with football, actually.
Listen, I love NFL football. All of my Florida Gators end up playing that, so I have to look forward. High level.
You play fantasy this year?
Never. Speaking of fantasy, we got Tony Pick'em coming soon. Check your email. Yeah, for sure. Okay. But yeah, man, come on, NFL.
Gotta get my name together.
You ain't play. We don't need you to
never
play. He played last year. And
he didn't finish his bracket. One of them.
That was 2 years ago.
He didn't finish his bracket.
But you got a chain.
All right. Make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, Instagram, Google Play, Stitcher, Beyond Pod, YouTube, and of course, the SoundCloud page to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP. Simply search Full Sport Press Podcast. And after you do that, check out the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast with Animal Brown, Spike Lou, and M Extra each and every Wednesday. This week's episode was the 1999 episode.
Sure.
It's a good year for hip hop.
Sure.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shine, man.
Yeah.
Best album 1999.
Ooh.
Best album. One of the best freshman albums, your first album ever.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Great album, man. That's one of those things I miss, about like hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Person like Shine, he didn't get enough credit, man.
Shine did.
They're a lot. I mean, it's not a hip hop show.
Yeah.
Check out the guys on their TV.
Speaking of Shine,
I was
watching MTV BET Jams there.
Okay, yeah, it is.
Somebody sampled the Shine song. No clue who that young guy is. Definitely should have left it wrong. The Bad Boys.
For real?
American, yeah.
It didn't sound bad?
It's terrible. It's terrible.
You still watch videos you used to, Jack?
I still watch them on YouTube for sure. I used to watch videos all the time. You remember that?
Oh, man. Every time I go to Jack crib, we got videos on.
Yeah, for sure.
Jay gonna play a video.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
What you trying to say, bro? Oh, say low key fire, bro.
I'm just saying.
Oh.
I'm just saying. No, that's wrong. I watch videos all the time.
Okay.
I'm with all that.
Okay.
Sometimes, you
Oh,
put me on some stuff.
okay.
Yeah. In Atlanta, you put
You
me on
make
some stuff.
fun of my video selections on YouTube. I do watch videos. For sure.
Yeah, no, ain't nothing wrong with
Nothing.
I'm watching BT Jams for goodness sake.
Fresh for Dummies, man. Me and my dog Animal Brown is a self-help fashion podcast directly related to improving everyday fashion. You catch our latest issue. Issue number 41 is up right now, directly for the culture. Follow our IG page at Fresh for Dummies and simply search Fresh for Dummies on all of your social media. Wear your kicks and cop responsibly. Rest in peace, Karl Lagerfeld.
Rest in peace, Karl Lagerfeld.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, most definitely.
And you can read up on your favorite FSP co-host. Shout out to D-Black. Purchase your FSP merchandise and catch up on past episodes from the shows we just mentioned and much, much more. How you do that, you ask Weezy. Just simply search realvillemedia.com. Tell a friend to support the real and turn their phones off before you do a show.
Most definitely.
RMG!
RMG, most definitely, man. Jeff, you got 10 good wrestling segments.
I do, sir, I do.
Let the people hear.
All right, man. Roman Reigns is back. He says his leukemia is in remission. And he's ready to get back to work.
That's dope.
So it's good to see him out there, man. And not the biggest fan of him in the ring, but don't want to see anybody going through leukemia.
Not at all.
Man. So I'm glad to see him back with that. Ric Flair had his 70th birthday on Monday Night Raw.
Something different about Ric Flair right now.
Yeah, I heard some things.
N-word.
Heard some things.
Heavy N-word.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he was attacked at his 70th
For
birthday
good
on
reason.
Raw.
Somebody should.
Batista got a hold to him.
I thought somebody really got a hold to him. Somebody really probably need to.
It's just
stand
maybe.
him up a couple
Yeah,
of
maybe
times.
once or twice.
Statute of limitations.
Yeah, so these damn lies.
No, not
Not
that.
that.
No.
Not that.
It's like
Those-
murder.
Those last.
It's like
Those
murder.
stick.
Yeah, it's like murder.
Those
You
stick.
can't check that one.
Nah, you can't.
Yeah. So Dave Bautista put them hands on Ric Flair backstage, setting up a WrestleMania moment with him and Triple H at the biggest show on earth. So we'll see how that plays out.
Man, WrestleMania at your crib, Joe.
Then we do
Let's do it,
it. We
man.
do it in April.
At your crib.
Wrestling.
WrestleMania.
10 good wrestling segments.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jeff. I bring the pizza. Nah, Jeff bring the pizza.
You better rotate.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I bring the rotate. I bring the rotate. For sure.
Definitely.
In case you missed it, fellas, got you easy.
Man, shout out to you, man.
Yeah, I
For
appreciate
real.
you, man. For sure, you all your hard
I fly
work.
through because of you,
Yeah,
right?
for sure, you do. Definitely.
I fly through.
Sure do. Most definitely. Former All-Pro cornerback Charles Peanut Tillman has a new gig. Tillman officially graduated the FBI's training academy this week. Tillman retired at the end of the 2015-16 season with little time to spare because FBI candidates must be younger than 37 at the time of an appointment. So, Tillman completed his training just in time when he recently celebrated his 38th birthday over the weekend.
Okay.
He will now enter a 2-year probationary period where he'll participate in a variety of different types of cases to get his feet grounded. If he makes his way through that, he'll officially become an FBI agent. Shout out to Charles Peanut Tillman.
It's all right.
Maybe a Hall of Famer.
Charles, he
Very
should be.
close.
Very close.
Shit, he was a magician and fumbling football. He can
Making people fumble. Yeah, for sure.
Magician.
Yeah,
Best
yeah.
I've ever seen.
Nah, Peanut is a beast, man.
Yeah.
All pro cornerback, for
Yeah.
sure, man. Shout out to Peanut, man.
Yeah.
I don't know being an FBI agent. That would be tough for me.
You know, you're going for the big fish.
Ooh, yeah, for sure. He graduated, for sure.
Yeah.
Tweet some questions throughout the week at Full Sport. Press, don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Don't want to be cops, man, about that Full Sport Press podcast and the revolution. We'll be podcasting before we start the first half. Weezy, do you have a yellow box of Cheerios award recipient this week?
I do.
Let the
Yellow
people
box.
hear it.
The yellow box goes to this week. Your favorite rapper, Jeff. Future.
Oh,
Future Hendrix,
not
man.
my favorite rapper, but you know.
Yeah, for sure.
That's your boy.
That's my guy.
That's the guy.
That's the guy.
Not,
It's really-
it's
it's really
more
coming-
M extra.
That's kind of good.
No, not really. It's more M
It
extra.
makes
Yeah,
you
he,
definitely.
zone 4 in extra.
Zone 4 and M extra. Yeah.
Zone 4. It's zone 4 now.
Yeah, they played wiffle ball together.
Yeah,
They on the
some
same-
kind of way.
Some kind of way.
Zone
Yeah,
4 must be 2 sides.
Yeah. He said actually it was 4.
It's
Yeah,
He said actually it was 4.
I'm at Charlotte Law.
For sure. The Twitter sphere is having a field day as of late with Future after he allegedly banned a Miami nightclub from allowing any, and I quote, fat girls to party inside. Now, Future was allegedly heard standing at the door. No fatties are allowed in this club. Discrimination in Miami clubs is nothing new. In 2012, 4 African-American women exposed Fontainebleau Miami Beach hotel from denying them interest based solely on their race.
Yeah.
One of the women actually texted the party promoter, and he said, and I quote, "It's a double standard at Fontainebleau. White chicks can be okay. Black chicks gotta look twice as good. And they only cater to a so-called urban crowd on Thursdays and Sundays. Peace and love." End quote.
If he said that, I'm done with Future.
If you partying in Miami, that promoter who said that is not lying.
No, not lying. L.A., Vegas, Miami, New York in the summertime, it gets tricky.
You can't just walk up and think you just get in there just because you want to go spend your money.
But we can't fat shame now. Listen. We love the BBWs.
Oh, we do.
We love the BBWs here at the Full Sport Press Podcast, for sure. You know, so there's no way that we. There's no way that, you know. So come on, Future. Most definitely. Yeah, for sure. Deserve a yellow box of Cheerios for that, man.
Future said he didn't say it, though.
Future said he didn't say it, but for it to get this far, it's something to that.
Yeah, I saw the young lady who made it go viral. Her Snapchat thing went viral. That was rough.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, man. BBWs, we love you.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. All right.
Nah,
it's in there.
Y'all ready to get started the first day? Yeah, let's do it.
The first half is underway.
First half, the hottest sports news of the past week. Each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Episode 260. I am J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
I'm Weezy, what it do?
Weezy, where can they find you on social media, my brother?
FSP_Weezy on IG. I'm at How Weezy on Twitter.
Okay.
Snapchat,
Hey, man, Weezy.
Hey, man, Weezy.
Hey, man, Weezy. Gotta get that going. You ain't tweeted in like 2 months. What about you, Jay? Where you at on social media?
Jay Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
Most definitely. I'm J-Ho. Everywhere. Same black man, same black channel. Cameraman, FSP_cameraman on the gram.
Let me get some pictures of him, man.
Don't
get comfortable. Get pictures of him.
Yeah, sure. Uh-oh.
Nah. They look at me.
Yeah, let's kick it off with the NFL. 77-year-old Robert Kraft is facing 2 misdemeanor counts of solicitation, prostitution in Florida. Authorities said he paid for sexual services on January the 19th and the 20th. He doubled up at Orchids of Asia Day Spa in Jupiter, Florida. An operation, police said that they were tied to an international human trafficking ring. Now, Kraft pleaded not guilty on Thursday and has denied any illegal activity. He is scheduled to be arraigned on March the 27th. Bob Kraft has donated more than $400 million to nonprofit organizations, including human sex trafficking endeavors. Will the NFL get rid of Bob Kraft after this?
Heck no. No felony charges.
No felony.
Misdemeanor slap on the wrist.
Most
I've
definitely.
never seen so much press get for a misdemeanor.
No, just for a misdemeanor. Bob
Misdemeanor,
Kraft,
man.
he has, he's very prominent.
Yeah.
I think he's the second biggest owner in the NFL.
Yeah.
You got Jerry, then you got him.
Yeah.
You know what I like? That I respect? He ain't denied it.
He did deny it. I mean, I have him on video. So
Yeah, he didn't
He
deny
played
it.
not guilty.
yeah, he played not guilty. So he's saying he didn't do it. But he was definitely.
It's on video.
Yeah, it's on video. Video never lies.
I hope that video never.
They got a picture of the girl that was.
I hope that video don't surface.
Yeah, and the likelihood he'll never appear in court. What he'll do, plead not guilty, keeps your options open.
Yeah.
And also it allows him to participate in a diversion program, likely, which will get his record fully expunged for the duration of his life. I mean, video will never be released if he does that.
And that'll be the best massage thing the world's ever seen. It will be.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm sorry, he'll buy another one, and it'll be top of the line. That's what
Bob Kraft just got comfortable. I think he was one of those ones, you just get a little too comfortable. And you think you can maneuver like a regular civilian, and you are the second biggest owner in professional sports. Act like it.
I just don't understand why you're tripping. This is just the 6. I mean, you won 6 Super Bowls, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's just having a good time.
But you won 6 of them. What makes this one so exciting?
What he has to do, he just has to make sure he comes to the crib instead of going to the actual situation. That's it.
I mean, we've seen Jerry Jones in some
Yeah, Jerry Jones had his shirt off, holding some boobs. And
I
everything.
seen Jerry Jones.
Man,
So,
come on.
This stuff goes on the real. Just bring it to your house.
It's bigger than Nino Brown.
Bring it to the lounge.
Yeah.
The stadium.
To the stadium, somebody else's house.
I'm pretty sure there's an office in the stadium.
Man,
There's some wow.
come
stuff
on,
going
man.
You know what I mean?
Come on, it's
Chill
big.
out, Bob.
It's bigger than Nino Brown.
Call Meek.
Bigger than Nino Brown. You heard me.
Yeah. Call Jeff. Yeah, that's what you just said.
I said call Meek.
Oh, call Meek. I thought you said call me.
Meek.
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 Ramik.
Call Jeff.
Call Ramik. Okay,
Meek
my bad.
Mill.
Call Ramik. My bad, bro.
Yeah. Let's move on. Jesus. All right. Several players with the University of Mississippi basketball team took a knee during the national anthem before their game on Saturday against Georgia to protest a Confederate rally being held near the arena. So initially it was 6 players knelt during the start of the Star Spangled Banner, and by the end of the anthem, 2 more teammates joined in. You gotta check that out.
I did.
I seen it.
I really appreciate how Ole Miss handled this situation.
Sure.
I mean, it is, this is Mississippi. This could have been different. The coaches stood with the players. The athletic director stood with the players.
Yeah.
Stood by the players, I should say. So, well, this week, the next game they had, the protest was over.
Okay.
So they, went back to normal.
Right.
Won their game as well. So,
Shout out to Ole Miss, man. Yeah, no, for sure. Has anybody in the room ever been to Oxford before? Oxford, Mississippi?
roll through.
Rolled through?
It's rough.
Yeah. Listen, campus still looks like a plantation in 2019. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
I mean,
Really?
Yeah, hell yeah. Old slave houses throughout the city.
Yeah.
You'll see Confederate flags on full staff in 2019.
Yeah. No question.
Me as an African American man, I don't know if you go there on a visit, how in the hell can you sign there seeing the city how it is? It's not very accommodating to African Americans, and I would be terrified to live there as an African American man.
Mississippi as a whole.
Is
different.
Oxford for sure though.
Yeah. Most
Yeah.
definitely. But Mississippi, there's certain places in Mississippi where you pray your car don't stop.
You're good in
Right
Jackson.
Jackson, you shaking.
You're good in Jackson.
Okay.
You're good in Jackson.
I wasn't comfortable there either.
Yeah, but- okay.
I've been there. It is what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Oxford though?
nah,
Yeah.
keep moving.
Yeah. Speaking of keeping it moving, let's move on to the NFL. The NFL has announced that defensive end Randy Gregory will be suspended indefinitely for violating terms of his conditional reinstatement from his latest indefinite suspension. That was last year?
Right.
Come on. Now, considering the vast number of suspensions that Gregory has already faced, it is likely this will be his last year in the NFL. This is a big deal for the Cowboys.
Huge deal.
Huge deal.
Because Randy Gregory just started coming on to turn into himself.
For sure.
Yeah, I think he finished with 8-9 sacks.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a big player on that defensive line.
To Randy Gregory, man, I just gotta look what's going on, man. Look at your boy from the Patriots.
Josh Gordon.
Yeah, look at Josh Gordon. Come on, man. Come on. Dude's cold too. Randy Gregory can play.
For sure. So could Josh Gordon. It's one of those things, man. It's bigger than Nino Brown.
Yeah.
And these kids necessarily have a problem. Like, they have a for real problem that needs addressing. And I think it's just bigger than actually suspending the kid. They really need help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suspension is cool. I get it. You got to protect the team,
Yeah.
protect the image and all that. But then make sure you help them on the back end too.
Yeah.
Because you want them to be citizens after it's all said and done. You know what I mean?
Randy Gregory's not even 30 years old. Maybe not even be 25.
Yeah, I understand what y'all saying too, but at the same time, y'all saying suspend them what else are they supposed
I know
to
there's
do?
nothing that they can do. What I'm saying, once they suspend these kids, they should make them go through boot camp, like rigorous, like some type of formal.
They don't. Josh Gordon, he went to
That was self.
It was self. Yeah, no, I'm telling you,
talking
man.
about
It's like when they get rid of those kids and suspend them, they're just like, to hell with them, and they need help, man. That's just like his teammate David Irvin, same way. He's gonna be suspended as well. So that whole defensive line in Dallas is in trouble.
And not saying WWE is like the biggest sport in the world
Right.
or like something, the blueprint. But if they suspend someone for drug abuse or like substance abuse or something like that, they pay and help make sure they're going through rehab and
Right.
bring them back before they even come back. You know what I mean? They help out with stuff like that.
The Cowboys just don't have luck with
Defensive
linemen.
But this is the thing. Randy Gregory had a drug problem in college.
Yeah.
Like, they knew this when they drafted him, that it was a possibility. Like Josh Gordon, he got suspended when he was at Baylor. He got kicked off the team.
They don't have luck with linemen when it comes to drugs.
This is the thing. That's why people...
Because look, you got Nate Newton. Remember Nate Newton?
Yeah.
we remember that.
Tank Johns?
Yeah. You have to...
I forgot about Tank.
Forgot
Me and
about
Randy
Tank. Tank's
Gregory?
good. You have to... They're taking questionable players.
That's
Like,
what they do, though.
they're taking risks. And speaking of questionable,
Okay.
Jason Witten says he's coming back. What do you guys think about that?
Well, thank you, Dallas, for we don't have to listen to him on Monday Night Football.
Shout out to Dallas for that.
Thanks for that. I think he'll be their offensive coordinator next year.
Really?
After this is all said and done, Jerry hot shot him to offensive coordinator or tight ends coach, something like that. He went back there to be a coach. He went back to go home.
Okay.
He know the booth isn't for him, and Jerry loves him.
Yeah.
So you can be my guy. Jerry wants his guys around.
Oh, his guys, yeah. His guy's Jason Garrett. So
exactly. Jason Garrett still has a job.
Right.
And if Witten comes and does half what Jerry wants to do, he'll be his new guy.
Yeah. But they need a tight end.
Yeah.
And they probably want to address it in free agency.
No.
So address it in the draft, groom a tight end for next year.
There you go.
Makes sense.
Let's move on to, I'm pretty sure this would have been Weezy's guy. I'm not sure he is, but I think this is the Weezy guy. Royce White, the former first-round draft pick of the Houston Rockets in 2012, says he believes one day he could compete for one of the UFC's heavyweight belts. I'm one of the best athletes in the world, said White. He told ESPN, among the NBA community, part of my appeal as a draft prospect was my unique size, my athleticism, my vision, and that I probably have one of the 10 biggest set of hands in the NBA.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay. I think all those things will translate beautifully to the UFC. White's only 27.
Okay.
He just released a book on Wednesday called MMA plus the NBA, a critique of modern sports in America. And he says he has been training for 6 or 7 months.
Yeah.
Are we here for this transition?
He's trained in Minnesota, same place where is it Brock Lesnar?
Brock Lesnar was there.
This is the thing about Royce White. Phenomenal. He's not lying. When Royce White played point guard at 265 pounds at Iowa State.
Yeah.
No, he was a player.
Yeah.
He was a definite player. So you have to be some type of athlete to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Will that transition into MMA? Hell, I don't know. But it's worth a try. At 27 years old, you're not playing basketball anymore.
Yeah, he only played 3 games in the league. He plays summer league every year. He plays overseas now. He suffers from a mental health issue.
For sure.
Kind of keeps him from being himself on the court.
Yeah.
So this may be something that...
Channel it. Yeah. Man. Go in a different way.
In my opinion, MMA is one of the sports that you need more skill than more athletic ability.
Right in the middle.
Yeah,
you're right. That's true.
What you're saying. Because you're in the octagon, but you only can move, 5 feet without
you can't
run from nobody.
I get what you're saying, but what he's saying is he has the athletic prowess to maybe pick up another sport very fast because of his athletic
like Deontay Wilder did in boxing.
Yeah, something else. Yeah. MMA, he get his ass whipped.
I'm sure you gotta be,
But the one thing about MMA I like this makes the transition maybe easier than going to boxing per se, is one punch.
Yeah.
One punch in MMA, you got somebody out. The gloves are smaller.
And with the elbows.
Yeah, so one strike is over with.
Get tricky. It definitely can get tricky.
Yeah, but
Shot for Royce White.
Yeah, but he with the elbow.
Nah, well, not an accidental elbow.
Yeah,
sure.
playing basketball.
That shit hurts.
That
shit hurts. Make you want to fight.
Yeah, and they fight with the elbow.
Yeah, it make you want to fight, for sure. Speaking of fighting, before we get started with halftime, let's talk about some shoe brands. Nike continues to dominate the world's most valuable brands with a brand value of $32.4 billion, up 16% compared to last year. In part, the brand value, Adidas rose 17% and came in second place with $16.7 billion, placing it at number 2. Number 3, Wide Gap, Anta, $3.8 billion.
Yeah.
Number 4, Puma, $3.5 billion.
Yeah.
And number 5, Under Armour, $3.47 billion. Can anybody ever catch up with Nike?
Adidas gonna try his damnedest to catch up with Nike.
And the only way that they can do that, they got a good prospect with Trae Young. What they need to do is try to get Luka's contract is over at the end of this year with Nike.
Yeah.
They have to try to get him. Somebody. Under Armour or Nike or Adidas have to try to get him.
He can't go to Nike.
He can't stay with Nike. He can't stay with Nike. Or either get Zion. You could get one of those. If you get both of those, that's the way to get back.
You get Luka. Whenever if a company can somehow get both of those, you're in the game.
You're in the game.
You're in the game.
Yeah, because Puma realized, okay, we're gonna go get Bagley, we're gonna get Ayton.
Yeah.
They did that.
They tried to get Trae.
Yeah. If you have your formidable future with those two. Now just think if Puma would have pushed behind instead of Terry Rozier, you have Trae.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would have been tough.
Yeah.
But you got to get Zion. One of these 3, 4, 5s.
Can't have a check.
Ooh.
He can't go to check.
You go to the swoosh.
Luka can't stay with Nike and Zion can make the game.
That's the only competition.
I don't know.
Zion
needs to go somewhere else.
Under Armour still has Bryce Harper, who signed a huge $330 million deal.
They have the names. They just don't have the
Cam, Tom Brady.
Dumbass deal he signed.
They have the name.
Oh. You think it was a dumb deal?
I do. I just don't. I mean, I'm not gonna say dumb because $330 million. $330 million.
Yeah, it's hard to do that.
It's hard to be.
It's greedy though. I see what you're saying.
It's just all for money.
Yeah, all for money.
Especially with that Carmelo security.
Security.
Yeah, but he turned out $180 million 4 years.
Yeah, that was tough. But you got to realize 30 in baseball is different from 30 in any other sport.
Yeah.
Especially when you play in an outfield.
You don't turn down 180 million in 4 years.
But
you don't get it all guaranteed. You can't tell me you can't get another 150 later on.
Here's why.
He could have got that money back.
Here's why I would have done it. Just simple fact. I know it's there.
Yeah.
I know it's there.
330
no matter
is there.
what. And they can trade. They can do whatever they want.
They
My
can
contract
trade.
is there.
It's there.
No, he got no trade clause.
No, that's what I'm saying. He can be traded though.
Yeah.
He can go wherever the hell he want to go. Yeah. And if it's not working in Philly, that contract will go to the Knicks. I said the Knicks, the Mets.
Yeah.
Or it could go to the Diamondbacks. Wherever the hell he's gonna go.
Yeah, he's wanted to make sure you got to keep that money.
Yes. Yeah. But if you keep with your Under Armour and you build around him, you build around Cam, you need a younger person in another sport because your basketball is locked with Steph. You're good. You really don't need it, and you got Joel.
Yeah, but the big man shoes, like they got him.
Big
we talk about that out for
Yeah, for sure. You guys ready to start with halftime?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
We're at the midway point. Enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
Halftime. We have another installment of Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. Coach Brown's a former TSU tight end and the current defensive coordinator for Hillsborough High School in Nashville, Tennessee. Shout out to the Burrows. Coach Brown will give an insight on hot topics from a former player and a current coach's perspective. Let's see what Coach Brown has to say this week.
Good evening. I am Coach Brown, and welcome to Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. Jumping right into it. Yes, I'm going to go on a LeBron bash right here. He's not who you guys thought he was. And I know what you Lakers and LeBron fans are going to say. You guys are going to say, hey, LeBron doesn't have a team. Oh, think about the first team he took to the finals with the Cavs. He needs another superstar. Look, when you're supposed to be the GOAT, you don't need 2 or 3 more superstars. You need to propel your team. That's what makes you the GOAT. That's what makes you a leader. If you are willing to take below average, mediocre players and have them play up, you make them play better. LeBron is an excellent player, but he is not a killer, an assassin. That's not in him, and that's okay. Moving on, NFL draft. Who's going to be the first quarterback taken off the draft board? Is it going to be Kyler Murray? Short in stature, but plays huge. What do you guys think, FSP? Johnny Manziel just got put off a CFL team. I don't know if he's trying to get into the AAF. I don't know what's going on with this situation. You guys talk to me about this. I'm confused about the amount of chances that Manziel has received. I'm not going to touch on that. I'm not going to get on my militant rant. I'm going to leave it be. But I'm going to leave you with these words of wisdom by Carter G. Woodson. When you control a man's thinking, you don't have to worry about his actions. My man Carter G. Woodson. Hey, I'm the coach, Coach Brown it is, Roo, and I'm gone.
And that is another installment of Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. First thing he talked about, LeBron James not filling up the expectations of the fans. A delusional outtake right there. Or just here's the thing. And we were just talking about this while we were listening to Coach Brown go on his rant. LeBron James is the greatest of his era. Let's just leave it like that. There's eras. The only argument as far as eras is the 2000s between Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. That's it. There's nobody else in that little situation, maybe in
Numbers-wise, records. Well, LeBron James,
hoops. Just period.
LeBron James is
Tim Duncan was cold.
He's the best athlete I've ever seen play basketball.
That's what I mean. You saying the same thing.
That's just what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's the GOAT, first of all time, because the records don't show the finals. But he's the best athlete I've ever seen play in the basketball court in the NBA.
So like in the 80s, Magic, Bird, they split the 80s. 90s, completely ran by Michael Jordan. It's not even close.
It's arguable though.
Who else?
Well, here's why I say it's arguable. He took what, 4 years off? Because he retired 2 in the middle. Then after 96, he didn't come back again, right?
Yeah, he came back and won 3 more.
No, 96. So it was 2 down. I got my Don't worry about it. Take it out.
Yeah, but
took 2 years off.
Yeah, right. But with everything that goes on with basketball, just do errors, man. We ain't got to do this goal. Because basketball is different. I remember talking to my dad. He never thought anybody would be better than Dr. J.
Dr. J. Okay.
Come on now. Dr. J, you look at the highlights of Dr. J, you're like, man, he would get smoked now.
That's the thing, though. That's what every era. And that's what make people. That's what make it hard to talk to certain people.
Exactly.
Because some people think Michael Jordan would do those same Michael Jordan things in this era. Here's the thing: Michael Jordan would still kill.
Yeah,
but he won't look like that.
He wouldn't look like how he looks for sure. He was an alien.
Yeah,
most definitely. Johnny Manziel. I just wonder what the hell he did.
Draft day.
Yeah,
draft day.
Johnny Manziel.
I think Johnny just forced his way out of the Canadian Football League to play in the XFL or the AAF.
You had to do some outlandish stuff for a league to say nobody else can sign him.
Yeah,
he's done.
Yeah,
for a country to say, now he's got to go.
He's got to go. I'm telling you, I think he forced his way out.
I mean, yeah, because you look at it, there's American football.
Yeah.
It's not the NFL. He could play at least for a year or two.
Most definitely. Yeah. But I get, and we'll talk about Kyler Murray in a second. Are you guys ready to get started second half?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
The second half is underway.
Second half, the 2019 NFL Combine Show, FSP style, episode 260. I am J-Ho.
It's your boy, Big Joe. I'm Weezy, what it do?
Weezy, the 2019 NFL Scouting Combine, which is actually the league's annual Underwear Olympics, is here right now.
Underwear Olympics.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, for sure. Much like everything surrounding around the NFL draft is a hotbed for draft overreactions. It's one of the few times we get to see NFL prospects measured on raw athleticism, whether it's strength or speed, so naturally, something that people that are fans like to pay attention to. This episode, we're going to go through some things, kind of letting you guys know what the actual combine is, and some hot takes going into the 2019 NFL Draft and the Combine. Let's get it going, man. First things first, we'll talk about the NFL all-time combine records. Now, the NFL does not keep combine records because these records have been recorded since the electronic timing began in 1999. Makes sense.
Okay.
It's nothing that you can actually do because it's all off digital.
Sure.
For sure. So first thing we'll talk about, 40-yard dash, which is primarily measured how quickly someone can run 40 yards down the field. Weezy?
Yeah, the record holder for the 40-yard dash is John Ross, wide receiver, in 2017.
That kind of BS.
Yeah, it's an asterisk.
Yeah, we never seen it.
4.22?
Yeah.
We didn't see it, though.
Damn.
Everything just broke all of a sudden.
Yeah, and then allegedly, Bo Jackson ran, 4.12 in 86?
Yeah, I'm definitely calling bullshit on Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson was flying, boy.
Did we see
it? Hell no. We didn't see it. You're right.
I'm just saying.
No case, no case.
CJ2K.
CJ2K.
We seen that.
When they paired him up.
Yeah.
When they paired him up.
Yeah. CJ breaks off.
Yeah.
He breaks off. For sure, they did that for the whole $1 million Adidas something.
Right.
Moving on to the bench press. Prospects must bench 225 pounds as many times as they can. It's a measurement of both strength and endurance.
The record holder for that was, you going?
Why would I go?
No, am I right?
Yeah.
The record holder for that was Steven, what's his name? Pia. D tackle 2011.
Yeah. What did he do?
Record holder bench press.
I mean, to get.
He had 49 reps.
That's
25.
Hey man, that's moving. That's a lot. Hey, yeah, for sure. Moving right along to the vertical jump.
Got locking my arms out though.
You got lock them.
A lot of people weren't locking them arms out yesterday. I was watching that.
Yeah, you got
I lock them arms out for the count. I'm a Cosby fan.
Moving on to the vertical jump. This measures a player's leaping ability as well as overall lower body strength before the prospect jumps, and official measures the player's reach while standing flat-footed.
The record holder for that was safety, Gerald Sensabaugh, 2005. His height was 46 inches.
For sure. But that, dude, 46-inch vertical? That's nuts.
That's insane.
What's Zion's? Like 47?
Yeah.
47, 48?
50.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Special thing. Moving on to the broad jump. This tests body strength in the lower body and explosion test by testing how far a player can jump horizontally from a standstill motion. Prospects also have to demonstrate good balance and body control by sticking the landing.
Yeah, their record holder was Byron Jones, DB 2015. His length was 12 inches, 12.3.
Yeah, for sure. I play safety for the Cowboys right now, and really has turned it around. Yeah, he's turned it around.
Byron Jones locked down.
Yeah, no, for sure. With that jump, he set a world record. That jump, that's nuts. Moving on to the 3-cone drill. This consists of 3 cones in the shape of an L, 5 yards apart from one another. This test measures agility and high-speed change of direction.
The record holder for that was J.T. Thomas, quarterback, 2018, 6.28 seconds.
Ooh, he went undrafted in 2018. Damn,
That's moving.
That's
Six
moving though.
seconds.
Yeah.
But you can't guard nobody clearly because you can't get
Clearly.
Moving on to the 20-yard shuttle. This drill starts. The player runs 5 yards to the first cone, turns around and runs 10 yards to the second cone, then turns around again and runs back to the middle of the course.
Which I think is one of the most overrated drills in the combine.
I don't know, man. Now, this test, like quickness, lateral quickness is good for running backs.
The record holder was Jason Allen, cornerback 2006, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And Brendan Cooks, wide receiver 2014. 3.8 seconds?
Yeah. Champ Bailey ran that. I remember his combine when Champ Bailey did that. He was super fast. Remember how good Champ and Boss Bailey, his brother, were at Georgia?
Yeah.
Boss was good, too.
Yeah.
That's a cool name.
Yeah,
Boss.
Bailey. Yeah.
It's cool.
Shout to him.
Shout to him. And last but not least, a 60-yard shuttle. This is run by 9 linemen. I would hate to see a lineman run the 60-yard shuttle. This tests for many of the same things as a 20-yard shuttle, but also helps measure endurance. The setup is a little different than the 20-yard counterpart. This time there are 3 cones set in a straight line at 5-yard intervals. That is a lot of movement and something I do not want to see a lineman run.
Record holder for that was Shelton Gibson, wide receiver 2017. His time was 10.71 seconds.
Sure, it's moving. So those are the cone drills, or just the drills, period, that will be administered at the combine. Also, they test your height, weight, wingspan, and they make you also take a test, which is called and it's escaping my mind right now. Wonderlic. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, and Vince Young.
Crap
Yeah.
test. You ever taken a Wonderlic?
I have. Yeah, I took it for work. Yeah.
It's crap.
Yeah. And Vince Young, I think he got the lowest. Let's move on to the storylines of the 2019 NFL Combine. First things first, Kyler Murray, the biggest talk of the Combine. Tested at 5 feet 10 inches.
5 feet 10. 5'10" and
207.
Yeah.
207 pounds.
Yeah.
That's a lot more than what he played at.
He won't be 207 in his pro day.
I
Guarantee
you that.
Guarantee he'll be 195, 190. He won't be 207 that pro day.
Yeah, no, sure.
No.
Same weight as weighs like 5 more pounds than Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
His hands were a little bit smaller than Russell Wilson. But basically, he came in, did his measurements, and left.
Yeah.
He wasn't throwing a football. He said, catch me at pro day.
Yeah.
Smart move by his staff and everybody on the team. That's Kyler Murray.
He'll be the best quarterback in the draft.
The weird thing about that with him is like, if you thought he was 5'9",
Mm-hmm.
and you heard he was 5'10", you were happy.
Yeah.
If you like tall, big quarterbacks, you thought he was hoping he was 6 feet, you heard he was 5'10", it was the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like, just get over it, man. Can he play?
Yeah. Now, hand size is a big deal. I do pay more attention to that. It's hard to grip a ball.
You want the quarterback to be able to control it when he's letting it. I give you that.
Yeah, but other than everything else, you're right, though. He's going to kill at pro day. And people don't really necessarily do some of the actual quarterback drills because you're not used to any of these wide receivers.
Right.
We're on pro day. It is a scripted thing. You have your players that you've been throwing
used
2 to
to
3 years.
Yeah,
Man. So
true.
it's going to be a whole.
Back to the hand side, I heard something that was intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
Pete Carroll said the only reason that he gave drafted Russell Wilson in the third round because he had big hands.
Big hands.
And that was key because it rains a lot in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
That was a good one. Yeah, not for sure. So the best combine I've seen as far as a pro day, Johnny Manziel. He lit it up. Him and Jamarcus Russell. Two of the best.
Yeah.
Johnny Manziel didn't miss, dog. Exactly. Look at those two.
Right there.
The best combine was Jamarcus Russell. The best pro day was Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah. I remember Jamarcus Russell's combine.
Jalen Ramsey had a great combine too.
Oh man, he lit it up. Oh, yeah, but he's an athlete. Like doing these tests, like Greedy Williams is gonna he's gonna look great.
Yeah.
In a situation like this because you get to show off your athletic prowess.
Jamarcus Russell can play quarterback right now. I think.
Jamarcus Russell can play quarterback where?
Ain't that who you just said?
Yeah. I'm saying.
Yeah.
You think Jamarcus Russell could play today at 33?
No. Not saying after taking all these years off, but I'm saying if he stayed in the NFL, he could be a decent quarterback for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that.
You know they gave him game film and test to see if he watched it.
he's on talent. I mean, he done
He had a
studied.
cannon.
He
threw
didn't study.
60 yards on
Yeah.
his one knee.
But
or
so
something
could
like
Rohan Davey.
that. Oh my God.
But you know who else didn't study? You know who else don't study? A lot of many quarterbacks now don't study.
Who?
James Winston don't study.
James
No,
Winston
that's a damn lie.
Cam
That's a
Newton
damn lie.
don't study.
Why you bringing up all the black quarterbacks?
James Winston studies though.
Fuck out of here, man. That's
Man,
just
it's
the
not nothing to
narrative.
do with black
That's
quarterbacks,
the
Jay.
narrative that you hear. You don't hear nobody talking about how bad Paxton Lynch was. And
Oh,
he didn't
God.
like Blaine Gabbert
He
didn't
don't
read
study.
anything. To lead with that shit. Don't lead with the black quarterbacks. The hell. Speaking of quarterbacks, the quarterback class
Lord have
falling
mercy.
into order, and we're trying to see if a fifth quarterback will finally emerge. So of course we got Trey.
Yeah.
Not Trey, but what's the kid's name?
Young man.
Why do you think he makes me think of Trey Young?
Kyler
Kyler
Murray. Yeah.
We have Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah,
Your boy.
that's my guy.
That's your guy. Hey,
That's my guy.
that's your boy.
That's my guy.
and both of those two are ahead of Drew Lock, which is Weezy's boy. And his hands tested the worst. He had the worst hand test in combine history in quarterback.
Small hands.
Small hands.
Small hands.
Yeah, sure.
He throw a football.
Yeah, for sure. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Ryan Finley from NC State.
Okay.
And then you have Duke's Daniel Jones.
That's the sleeper.
So the fit, you like
I like
that.
Daniel Jones. That's
Well,
the sleeper.
what about
That's
your
your
boy?
Now, so that's what I'm saying.
Go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
producing.
Yeah.
I'm producing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Let him produce.
Yeah. So among the quarterbacks who have a good chance of stepping up, my guy, Willie G, who had a bad combine today. He didn't do that well in the combine.
Hey, man.
Northwestern's Clayton Thorson and Boise State's Brett Rippon.
I haven't heard much about boys.
Mark Rippon. So,
Yeah. I knew that part. But
Yeah.
haven't seen much of
So
him.
my guy, Willie G, we're going to wait for his pro day.
He's got to turn it around.
Because he was missing. He was missing some passes, for sure. But he's a product, man, of a great kid. Like, he's been a quarterback his whole life, been the main guy. He shows up and he's a gamer.
That's true.
You put Willie G
That's true.
just like Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
You put him in a game,
Yeah.
he's gonna find. It might not look good,
Yeah.
but he's gonna find a way to win you a game.
Yeah. Keep you in the game.
Yeah, he's mature.
Yeah.
He's got a kid. He's
Yeah.
married. Like, he's just one of those dudes where I think he won't be called until day 2. But he's day 2. He's never ain't no way in the world. But he's a gunslinger. He said 3. Day 2. Anybody want to take a bet?
So you saying first round is Thursday.
First round, second or third round.
Second and third round is Friday.
Anybody want some action? Come on.
Jesus. He's a Saturday quarter. I ain't betting. He's a Saturday pick.
Okay.
Willie
I'm
G's a
saying,
Saturday
true
pick.
gunslinger, man.
That's
I
what's
think,
gonna hurt him.
I'm telling you now,
Gonna
I
hurt
think he's going to New England.
That's a Saturday pick. They'll pick him up Saturday.
No, they're picking him up second, third round, Willie G.
I'm going to bet that.
Let's do it. Not New England. I'm saying second day. Second day?
Yeah.
Okay, bet that.
Talk
Cameraman,
me into it.
put that in. Paul.
Oh, shit.
Next. Yeah, put that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
The next one. The next topic. All eyes will be on Ed Oliver, man. This is Jeff's guy. At this time a year ago, Ed Oliver was considered to be arguably the best prospect in the entire draft. Now many projections have him fallen into the teens due to what was basically a lost junior season at Houston. He cussed the coach out and missed like 5 games because of a right knee bruise. But listen, Ed Oliver is a player.
Unblockable.
Yeah, unblockable player. I think he's been passed up by Quentin Williams of Alabama, who's a dog. But he's still that guy. I just think a lot of people look at him as the next Aaron Donald.
Okay.
And it's tough to compare. I would say more of a Geno Atkins type of player.
No, that's
not bad. Hold
Not
on.
bad.
Yeah.
Geno can play.
Aaron Donald is
I don't-
surefire Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I don't compare anybody to Aaron Donald.
No.
I seen him work out.
Yeah.
He's
He's a beast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a Arnold Schwarzenegger type of dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's Hulk type of dude.
That's what you
Yeah.
wish you got something
Yeah,
like
you
that.
don't compare
Okay.
anybody to him.
Yeah.
Hey, all of it has to come in and knock the combine out of the box.
Yeah, he
He
does.
has to.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Just
sure.
just so he can, that way he can shut up. I mean, they can shut up about off the field stuff.
So, yeah, listen, if a team passes up on Ed Oliver, they're going to be sadly mistaken.
Mhm.
I really hope San Francisco finds a way to get him late. I know, man. We get a damn defensive lineman every year.
I hope the Titans get him in things in.
So let's move on. We're back to my San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, we get a defensive lineman every year. So, and maybe one has worked out.
Mhm.
We don't need another one. But I just, so let's move right along. It makes me mad. There's some other pass rushers out here. Jeff, your guys. You got Brian Burns.
It's gonna be a big year for that. Like that's what you said. We're gonna talk about it a little bit later. But
Yeah.
skill positions falling out of the first round.
Right.
A lot of D linemen going first round because a lot of teams need their impact player now.
Yeah.
And then, go ahead.
That pass rusher from Kentucky will go first round.
You think so?
Absolutely. Maybe top 5.
He's a linebacker though. Yeah, he's a linebacker.
Be defensive end.
Nah, I think he plays linebacker.
He put his hand in the ground.
Yeah, he got him. He let him in sacks, Jay.
Yeah, I think he plays linebacker.
3-4?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong though, but they just the people that they mentioned as far as pass rushers: Brian Burns, Clellan Farrell, Florida's Ja'Kai Polite, my guy, and Mississippi State's Montez Sweat. So the only person I think that can jump off this list to catapult maybe Ed Oliver is Brian Burns. He's a beast from Florida State. I don't like him, man. I just think that Brian Burns is one of those guys. He has a Von.
Did you mention that?
I said that.
Oh, I didn't know if you
man.
did.
Come on, man. But him playing at 236 rushing the passer is going to be problematic. So he needs to gain some weight.
Yeah. Muscle.
Yeah, muscle for sure.
Sure.
Moving on to the wide receivers. I think this is one of the weakest skill position classes in recent history. But there is a damn dog that played in Oxford, Ole Miss. AJ Brown. And him and Metcalf.
Okay.
AJ Brown though.
Okay.
Did I tell you that 3 weeks ago?
Dude,
he said
this guy, listen, they test him 1% body fat.
That's a specimen.
No, that is God given. That's 1.6. But body fat percentage 1.6.
Yeah.
Him and DK Metcalf, pair of Ole Miss wide receivers, look like they could be WWE tag teammates.
Real,
Like
now.
man. Like that's gonna be nuts. But
the only thing I heard about Metcalf is I think he's one of them jump ball receivers.
Yeah.
Like
Go up to him.
50-50 ball guy.
Yeah.
Not really a route runner.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he got to turn himself
That's not easy.
It's not easy.
That feet, for footwork, and having the good
I only
feet,
seen one person turn
feet.
himself into a receiver, and that was Alshon Jeffers.
Yeah.
Alshon Jeffers was a jump ball receiver.
That's it, yeah, for sure. That's true. It's hard to turn that corner. Torrey Smith, straight jump ball receiver. We had him in San Francisco. He was trash. But the thing is with Metcalf,
you remember the guy come out of Missouri? I get something with pause. Remember the guy come out of Missouri? Number one player in the league.
Dorial Greenback,
Not even in the league no more.
not even in the league, just got locked up.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah,
He was 6'8".
Yeah. Yeah, he's a beast. Yeah, for sure. But with Metcalf, he's coming off a season-ending neck injury. So that is one of those things where he's preparing himself. And, man, they're in great shape. But the thing is, it's all about looks and where you go.
That's the main thing.
I think that's 70% of it, dog.
Yeah. 80.
Yeah, for sure.
The system, it can. Some players are, no matter where they go,
Don't matter.
they're gonna be.
They're gonna look good.
Yeah. But a lot of players, like, man, they gotta go somewhere that's gonna hone their skills the right way, the right coaching, and bring the best out of them.
And just a team that's used to doing it the right way.
Okay.
People go to the Browns prior to the last 2 years. Damn cesspool, man. You gotta learn how to develop players.
That's the thing I think we're losing in a lot of pro sports is player development.
Right.
You know, you're expecting these guys just to come right out from college or from wherever you drafted them from, overseas, wherever, and just to be ready for the limelight right then and there. No, you still got to develop a player.
Got to develop a player, for sure.
Patriots do it great. That's why they win championships.
For sure, they do it great. And they're going to lose Trey Flowers this year.
Yeah.
But they'll find another way to get another defensive end to come in there and do
once you get good, we're not going to pay you.
No, they'll let you know.
But then when you get old, come back.
Come back.
Yeah.
And they'll take care of you, for sure. Next question. Any of the running backs, can they do enough to jump into the first round?
I got my guy David Singletary from FAU.
FAU? That's your
You think
guy?
so?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got a kid from Kentucky.
Yeah.
Snell.
Yeah. Benny Snell. Yeah. This year's draft could be the first in 5 years to not see a running back taken in the first round.
That's tough.
You got Saquon, Fournette, Christian McCaffrey, Ezekiel Elliott, all taken in the top 10. But there are not a lot of standouts in this class. You got Josh Jacobs from Bama.
Yeah.
You got David Montgomery from Iowa State. You got Rodney Anderson, my guy, from Oklahoma. And then the killer, the sleeper, is Darrell Henderson from Memphis.
My man, that's the guy.
That's your guy, too. That's your guy, too.
That's my guy. He's a killer.
So you got...
Why are you so close?
Because I want you to call your guys out. Remember this, Jeff. Write this down, camera, man. His guys out.
Darrell Henderson.
Darrell Henderson.
Oh, Willie G. Willie G's my guy.
Willie G.
And Ja'Kai Polite from Florida.
Loading up now.
All my
Ja'Kai
Florida
Polite.
guys. Yeah.
Who else? One more you just named from Oklahoma.
Oh, Rodney Anderson.
Then this guy. This guy.
Yeah, all those guys have top running back potential, but I just don't know if they're in where they go to a spot where they can actually take on a starting role to be a first round pick. First round pick, dude. Listen, they wasting a first round pick on you playing immediately.
I think
the only person I think is Darrell Henderson.
I think David Singletary. That's my guy.
Okay.
I think Benny Snell's gonna be a beast too. Yeah, for sure.
It's one of those times. It's one of those things like the league. They feel like running backs are interchangeable.
Yeah.
So you gotta just
and you got 2-3 on
already.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna take Elijah Holyfield.
Man, dude, his 40 time was lower than some of the punters.
Yeah,
it was like 4.7.
Oof.
But that's not what he do.
That's not what he do.
He's a finisher. He knows Blazer. He's a finisher.
Yeah, for sure.
He got to do better to pro day.
Yeah, pro day got to go out and it's got to go
It's
up.
got to go up.
Yeah, no, for sure. The next thing we'll talk about is true difference makers at the tight end position. Now, you look at my guys. Noah Fant, T.J. Hockenson from Iowa.
Yeah.
The dynamic duo. Alabama's Irv Smith.
Irv.
First round tight ends historically underachieved though. Go back to O.J. Howard. He had a solid rookie year.
Yeah.
Evan Ingram, solid rookie year.
He's coming in a turn.
Ingram had a great rookie year.
Yeah. David Njoku, solid second year. So you don't want to take your time in a first, on a first round pick when you can get somebody like Kelsey, Zach Ertz, Gronk, all go late.
Yeah.
So all second round picks actually.
Yeah. These tight ends these days have to be hybrids.
Yeah.
In the NFL.
Yeah.
You can't be that, give me 7 yards and go out of bounds no more. I mean, you can. Jason Whitney is. That's how he made his living. But it's old. That's old football.
It's over with.
That's over with. You need your Travis Kelce's and Gronks.
Yeah, no,
you know what I'm saying? Because you remember Jake Butt?
Yeah, Jake Butt. Well, he tore his ACL.
Yeah, he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
Playing in that damn bowl game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the days of the hybrid tight end, that now there's really no separation.
No.
Between, like, of course you have your top tiers. You have your Travis Kelce's. You have your, my man in Philadelphia, the name himself.
Zach Ertz.
Zach Ertz.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys. And then you have just a group of people. That Gronk probably, he won a championship. So he's still there, I guess.
Yeah.
But you have a group of people who are just all the same.
Yeah.
To me, you have a great game here and there. Then you have a game where, Vernon Davis is still
playing.
Keep
getting him checked. Keep getting him checked.
Athlete.
Yeah, he is. No, I'm just saying. So the thing about the tight end to me is like you can get him later on in the draft and develop that guy over time and get what you need out of him.
Yeah. And the main thing that people are excited about with the combine, all 32 teams are there, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna get some free agent talk going, trades going.
We all 0-0 right now.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. So Odell Beckham is allegedly available.
That's crazy.
It's nuts.
That's crazy.
Of course, you have Antonio Brown that's available. Washington football team,
blonde mustache,
the Raiders, and the Titans are said to be the front runners to get him, and they lowered their price too. Yeah. So it wasn't a first round pick and a piece. Now it's just a first round pick.
I'm checking my phone now because if the Titans sign, I gotta go, guys.
You gotta go pick them up.
Yeah, pick them up.
Yeah,
I gotta roll.
And Le'Veon Bell, well, I think he'll probably sign with the Lions or the Colts or something like that.
If he goes to the Colts,
the world's in trouble. The world's in trouble. You get to play 8 games at the crib like that indoors.
He goes to the Colts.
Yep.
That's the best division of football.
Hot.
Saying it right there. The best division of football. If he goes to the Colts.
What if he goes to San Diego? Well, not San Diego. Los Angeles. Yeah, they do.
The Raiders?
No.
The Rams?
Why was the Rams?
No. Chargers. Melvin Gordon
stays
hurt.
He
stays hurt.
Nah, they're not going to do that. That don't make no sense.
You crazy.
He wants to be a number 1.
Yeah.
He is a number 1.
He wants to be number 1 in limited back.
Yeah.
And the guy behind him is clearly number 2. Like, I don't know if he'll do that.
Yeah. No, that ain't it. But for sure, something will happen dramatically, and players will rise. Some people will lose some draft stock. You look at it last year, Orlando Brown. Whew. Listen, Orlando Brown he won the Offensive Remington Award, right?
Okay.
For offensive line. He goes in, runs the lowest 40 time in NFL combine history. So, listen, he benched it 14 times, dog.
You can't
You can't be an O-line.
You can't be a lineman 14 times.
14 times? 225, you weigh 315?
You can't be a lineman. You're supposed to be in the NFL.
I know.
Come on, man.
Guys, but when it's game time, that shit don't matter.
And that's what happened. He gets into the games. He's been the player that they drafted him to be.
Man.
Comes from a great lineage. His dad played with the Ravens as well.
Yeah, but you had a right to be concerned when you saw him.
Hell yeah, 14 times?
Yeah, that's concerning.
That is concerning. That would get you drafted on day 3.
Yeah, it's like,
and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Are we too hard on athletes because we want every athlete to be a super athlete? We always want them to be freaks.
Well, with the day and age we live in, with position coaches and stuff like that, these kids are running these drills from middle school up. So you're so familiar with them, you know.
So you want to see every kid bench 225 20 times?
No,
I'm not saying that.
No.
But it's just
your position.
Yeah.
Like, for example, we got skill positions.
Right.
I'm quarterback. Jeff O-lineman. You're a running back.
Yeah.
Cameraman.
Slot receiver.
Safety.
Slot receiver.
He's a receiver.
He's a slot receiver.
Jeff goes up and only benches the O-line. He only benches 225 8 times. Come on, man.
I'm not getting drafted. I'm going to draft.
If I come in and can't make throws, I'm going to go. Listen what I'm trying to tell you. You come in. And you run a 4.9. You out of here.
I run a 4.9.
Cameraman pulls up. His wide receiver, he dropping all the. That's over with.
Yeah.
So we want you to do your position at a high level. That's it. That's it. So players from your school in the combine, man. Now I got a top 15 pick in Juwan Taylor, my old lineman. He'll go top 15.
Yeah.
Got Ja'Kai Polite, who'll go right in between 15 and 20. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Then we got CeCe Jefferson, of course, who'll go second day. And Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, one of the best cornerbacks in college football last year. He'll go second day. Yeah, so listen, man, you know, we're high in the draft. What about you guys, Jeff? You got Brian Burns.
It's rough year for us.
Yeah, rough year. Brian Burns. And Vandy.
No, we got Burns and we have
Vandy was rough, but I like my quarterback. I like him to get signed.
Because our running back came back.
Yeah.
I like my quarterback to get signed for a bill. He get signed free agent.
And he'll play. Yeah, he'll be a free agent.
I bet he's not free agent.
Yeah, no, I'm not betting that.
You want him as a backup?
I don't. I don't want. No, I don't. No, I don't. We got CJ Beth. We found CJ
Beth.
No, CJ Beth is playing.
Yeah, we'll take CJ Beth. We'll take CJ.
Okay.
Last but not least, fellas, pick a sleeper. Who's your sleeper in the draft?
Mine is Jalen Hurd.
Jalen Hurd.
Jalen Hurd's a crazy athlete.
That's your man.
That's a solid pick.
That's your man.
I'm not mad at that.
No.
I'm not mad at that.
That's your man.
I'm just going to check all the measurables and all that shit you saw. He takes out the water.
You're right. That's it.
I'm with you. You sold me on that.
That's your man.
Oh, God.
What about
I'm
you?
with Weezy on that. I like that.
Okay.
I like that. Not a first day pick. I mean, not a Friday pick.
Okay.
Saturday pick.
I'm saying, okay.
Saturday
I'm
pick.
going to go out there. Fuck it. He can gas me up. That's why I get in trouble right. That's how I get in trouble right here.
Yeah. What's that?
He going to start NFL.
His first year?
Yeah. That's how I get in
And
trouble
what
right there.
position? Why receiver?
Where we play at?
We'll wait and see where you get drafted.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's a good.
That's a good. That's a good. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
My sleeper.
Okay.
2 of my guys.
Sure.
David Seals, the 5th. Will Greer's wide receiver, West Virginia.
Yeah.
Very productive year at West
I
Virginia.
don't trust no receiver from West Virginia.
That's my guy. And Andy Isabella, who led the FBS in receiving yards from UMass, a killer.
Yeah.
I want to see him.
A killer, Danny Amendola 2.0. A killer.
I saw his highlight tape.
I'm just worried about his 40 time. We're going to see that soon.
He's serviceable.
Let's kiss my ass.
Man, you got this down. He got a lot of names.
No, I got Andy Isabella, and those are my sleeper. Him and David Seals. Those are my guys.
Serviceable guy.
My guys. The combine. Listen, man.
It's good TV.
Yeah, it's good TV. It's good to watch.
I'm running the 40 next year.
You running the 40 next year. Run, Rich, run.
I'm running the 40
He
next
ran
year.
the 40.
He ran it already?
I think he runs it tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so for sure. And if you run 4.6. Now, if you run lower than Rich,
I ain't gonna run. He running 4.6. He lying.
It's scary.
Nah,
That 4.6 scary.
Nah, Rich Eisen.
You're 4.6.
Nah, Rich Eisen ran a 6.2 last year.
Yeah, that for sure.
Shit, you ran a 5 flat, my man, running.
4.9.
And you're a damn lie. It's 5 flat. We're gonna put it up. Pause.
Yeah.
We're gonna
It's
put it
about
up.
time. It's about time.
It's about time. It's your birthday coming. Your birthday coming. Every year. It's like a yearly tradition.
5.9. I mean,
You run a 5 flat. Run a 5 flat. You run a 5
A
flat.
confident 5.
Yeah. 4.47. MSB. You better than know it.
Lined
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. So you like. So can we get one this year? Let's get a 40 this year, bro.
You gotta
I gotta play myself in the show.
You gotta play yourself in the shack.
Play myself in the shack.
Don't stand straight up when you do
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Coach him through it.
Indoors,
Jeff,
yeah.
get you indoors. Let's get you indoors.
Yeah, indoor
Yeah,
facility for
We
me?
sure do.
Yeah.
We sure do. We
Yeah.
got 40. Yeah, we got a straight 40 for you.
All right, we'll
Most
do it.
definitely. There it is. Another one in the books, man. Episode 260 NFL Combine Show Cameraman. We ready to roll, guys. It's always awesome. Yeah, that was good. Andy Isabella, David Seals, Daryl Henderson. My quarterback is Willie G.
Yeah.
And I'm a
Willie G.
Florida guy.
Kyler Murray, first pick taken. First quarterback taken.
First quarterback take. No, I ain't been there. I thought you said first
First
pick.
pick. First pick. Fuck it. That's how I get in trouble right. See, I'm getting in trouble right now.
You going to Cardinals first pick.
No, they-
See, I just got in trouble, Jeff.
no, that's first pick trading pick. He going first pick.
Josh Rosen is there.
It don't matter.
Cardinals trading pick.
Better athlete.
Oh, you gonna trade
They
the
trade the pick.
Oh,
Better
that's what you're
athlete.
saying.
Yeah, they trade.
Yeah,
They
for
trade.
sure.
I need to get that jersey.
That
on.
don't, now we said we bet on Cardinals though.
I'm saying he's gonna be the first player.
No, we bet on the Cardinals.
No. You can't do that. I'm saying
You see how you do? That's what we bet.
I'm saying first pick. Come on, he finally took my side. It's gonna be a great day. Here we go.
I
Here we
said
go,
the
please.
Cardinals. You said the Cardinals. We'll talk about
I
it.
said, see, you gotta change it, man. It's swindling.
Whatever. Kiss my ass.
They ain't get mad because he's like, get mad. Now you see how he act there, you get mad.
No, I ain't mad. You tell me, I'm just trying to.
Boy can't shoot either, but it's all good.
Who can't shoot? Who can't shoot?
No, let's go, man.
Who can't shoot?
No,
Who we talking about? Who we talking
because he
about?
ready to go. I ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna give me.
Who you talking about? You talking about me?
Who you talking about?
I ain't talking about me. Who you talking about? Who can't shoot?
Nobody.
No.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We here now.
No, we're good.
Okay.
Okay. Now we have round two.
Nah.
Two of his questions throughout the week. Oh, that's what he's talking about. He's talking about Markel Fultz. He's talking about Markel Fultz. Two of his questions throughout the week in Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
about that Full Sport Press podcast. Weezy,
Everything paid for, baby.
Jeff,
Camera's always on, bro.
You hear me?
the revolution will be podcast. The cameraman, we are out.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast. To catch up on prior episodes, visit the SoundCloud page. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.